Verte!
Terence Crawford has joined Manny Pacquiao's training camp to help him prepare strategically and physically ahead of the fight against Floyd Mayweather.
Province. He has defeated 8 current Hall of Famers inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. He is the 8th Division World Champion. Please welcome back to the sport of boxing, the legend Manny Pacquiao.
Great job. Great job. A good day.
The fighters, once fierce rivals whose matchup fans had eagerly anticipated for years, are now training side by side as they support each other, sharing knowledge and techniques and learning together while pushing their skills to a higher level.
In training routine like that, make sure that all the techniques, strategy, combination like...
Terence Crawford praises Manny Pacquiao, calling him a generational legend whose skill, dedication and achievements have inspired fighters worldwide.
Nobody. We work.
Max Kellerman has stated that Terence Crawford has reached the same elite level as Manny Pacquiao, noting both fighters are nearly equal, with Crawford winning against Canelo Alvarez.
Ever been a 4-division champion in boxing, not a real one. Oh, Pacquiao won 8 and Oscar De La Hoya won 11 and this one won 15. No, I'm talking about Ring Magazine champ or lineal champ. You are the champion of that division.
Get them all.
Forever, the record was 3 by Henry Armstrong. Manny Pacquiao was the first dude to really win 4. Floyd gets credit for 4 for beating Canelo, but that wasn't at the junior middleweight limit. I don't count that. I don't count that. Terence Crawford just joined Manny Pacquiao as the only legit 4-division champion in the history of boxing. And he did it by jumping middle. He came lightweight, junior welter, then he won a belt at junior middle, not the whole championship, and then skipped middle to fight Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed, for the Ring Magazine super middleweight championship of the world, and left no doubts, including with Canelo, who was all class after the fight but knew what had just happened.
Manny Pacquiao has been training.
Manny Pacquiao has been training intensely for the upcoming Floyd Mayweather fight, focusing on strength, speed, and endurance to ensure peak performance in the ring. He explains that boxing is his true passion, expressing how much he missed the sport and dedicates himself fully to rigorous daily training sessions. Is confident that his experience and improvements will make this fight different from their first encounter, showcasing his growth.
For 4 years, it's good for me, for my body, because I've been in, I started boxing when I was young, so good for my body to rest for 4 years, and then now I come back, I feel like I'm, you know, the passion, the fire in my eyes, to work hard, like that, still there.
Manny also emphasizes consistency, completing every training session with discipline, including stick work and conditioning exercises to stay sharp and ready for the challenge ahead.
Way back 2015, I think we become mature right now and how to handle it, and I hope that it will not happen again the way it is last 2015. It's the experience is not really 100%, but I'm hoping for this time around no more excuses, especially to my condition and also for everything. I'm so excited.
Teddy Atlas shared his detailed analysis comparing Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, highlighting advantages and disadvantages for both iconic fighters, and he first considered age, giving both an even check since they are older veterans, and next he analyzed wear and tear, noting that Mayweather had fewer miles on the odometer due to his defensive style, giving him a slight edge, and for reflexes and timing Pacquiao earned a check because he had recently faced tough opponents like Barrios, keeping his skills sharp, whereas Mayweather's inactivity could slightly affect timing early in a fight. And when discussing power, Pacquiao was recognized as the natural puncher while Mayweather's size balanced it out, and in terms of speed both fighters received checks, with Mayweather for fluid smooth movement and Pacquiao for incredible hand and foot speed. And on defense, Mayweather clearly stood out as a defensive magician, although Pacquiao was also strong defensively.
So we have 1, 2, 3. Sakitnya terbesar. Otot banget. No. Very heavy flies. No. Heavy flies. Kok dia cerita? Hugot semua ibu. Tan.
Conditioning gave a slight nod to Pacquiao, who had a recent serious camp with Barrios, while Mayweather maintains excellent shape consistently. But considering X factors, Mayweather held a mental edge due to winning the first fight, while Pacquiao's recent activity kept him sharp. So Teddy Atlas concluded by emphasizing that styles make fights, acknowledging that Mayweather's style could pose problems, but Pacquiao's recent experience matters, and ultimately he called it a draw, suggesting the matchup's nuances could spark debate and reflection among fans.
At this point for both these, these iconic fighters, right? At this point. All right, number one, advantage, disadvantage, age, right? I put even. They each get a check. They're both old, right? So that's number one. The number two was who's got less miles on the odometer. And because of the defensive style of Mayweather, I gave a check to Mayweather having the edge here. I mean, besides the Marquez fights, Pacquiao's been in some tough fights, right? Reflexes and timing and other boxing elements. Well, I gave the check to Pacquiao. At least he's had some fights, or at least one real fight, Barrios recently. And yeah, Mayweather's fresher, but inactivity.
Oladipo questioned the continued focus on older boxing legends, particularly Floyd Mayweather, noting that by the time his next fight happens he will be nearly 49, and Oladipo argued it is time to let the younger generation shine, highlighting talents like Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, emphasizing that boxing has an exciting crop of young fighters ready for the spotlight. And regarding Manny Pacquiao, Oladipo acknowledged his excellent condition, referencing his dominant performance against Mario Barrios, but expressed uncertainty about Mayweather's readiness, questioning whether exhibition-level fitness would translate into a competitive fight. And he noted both fighters could earn substantial paydays despite advancing age, likening potential matchups to glorified sparring sessions rather than true contests.
Well, the guy who's always been a naturally better puncher, not the naturally bigger guy though, so that equals it out a little bit, evens it out. The naturally bigger guy is Mayweather, but the natural puncher was always Pacquiao. He gets a check. Speed, who gets the edge there? Well, Mayweather always fast, always smooth, always fluid. And Pacquiao, I mean, tremendous hand and feet speed, foot speed. I give them both a check, no advantage. Defense, well, the forte and the reason he could fight so long for Mayweather has always been, he's been a wizard. He's been a defensive magician in the ring. I mean, Pacquiao gets hit more, but, you know, he's a good defensive fighter. He's been great, but Mayweather.
Oladipo also discussed the emerging superstars and heavyweight prospects, and David Benavidez was described as massive and aggressive with multiple strong options ahead, including potential fights with David Morrell and Arbiterbiev, each promising intense high-stakes matchups, and he praised the fearless nature of these fighters, highlighting their willingness to face top opponents without hesitation. And additionally, Oladipo previewed exciting upcoming events such as Inoue versus Junto Nakatani at the Tokyo Dome, predicting a sellout crowd, and he also touched on Claressa Shields and her dominance while discussing the importance of British prospects like Conor Benn, who could be pivotal for promoters like Sky Sports. And Oladipo emphasized the strategic signing and development of young talent, arguing that the future of boxing depends on letting the new generation rise while still respecting legends like Mayweather and Pacquiao.
When are we going to stop rolling out these old-timers? And Floyd is an old-timer, people. I think he's going to be 49 by the time this fight rolls around. When are we going to stop wheeling them out? Like, let it go. Let the youngsters come through and let them take the shine. Like, it's just getting, honestly, it's getting crazy. And I say all this, I will watch it. Of course I will watch it because I'm a big Floyd fan and a big Manny Pacquiao fan. But, like, the youngsters need their time to shine down. We've got a good group of youngsters. Good group of youngsters. I was in Vegas to watch Ryan Garcia. I looked around the ring. I saw Shakur Stevenson. I saw Keyshawn Davis. I saw Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. Like, we've got a good bunch. Let them have their shine. Don't need to see this anymore. Honestly, I really don't. Manny Pacquiao is in great shape, right? We saw him against Mario Barrios. He could have been a world champion. We haven't seen Floyd for a while. Obviously, he's been doing these exhibitions. He always looks...
Pauli Malignaggi views the upcoming bout as another high-profile payday, echoing sentiments from the first Floyd Mayweather vs. Manny Pacquiao fight. Despite its historic hype in 2015, that encounter often lacked the explosive energy fans anticipated, instead unfolding as a calculated tactical display, and spectators hoped for non-stop action, yet much of the fight felt methodical, a chess match in gloves rather than a fierce slugfest. And even though this rematch is officially sanctioned and not an exhibition, the underlying narrative of spectacle and entertainment cannot be ignored, and Manny Pacquiao, though older, demonstrates impressive conditioning and retains the sharpness and speed that earned him global recognition.
It is what it is. Look, maybe I'm putting too much stock into it. Let them just have their fight. Again, I do want to know what's going to happen with Provodnikov, Pacquiao. I'm guessing that probably is cancelled. Like, if you're Pacquiao, why on earth would you fight Provodnikov when you've got the Mayweather check waiting for you? And if you're Mayweather, same thing. Why would you fight Mike Tyson in the Congo when you've got the Pacquiao check waiting for you? And we are led to believe both are under financial strain. I don't necessarily believe that, but this will make them good money. If they are, they're going to walk away with a nice 8-figure check each for what will probably be a glorified sparring session. I know Pacquiao spoken about in a lot in the last couple of days, so I'm going to take...
His natural punching power still poses a threat, especially when combined with years of experience and discipline, and meanwhile Floyd Mayweather, known for his defensive mastery and ring IQ, continues to move with fluid precision, timing and patience, which have defined his career and allowed him to remain competitive despite age. And Malignaggi suggests that while fans may be drawn by nostalgia and curiosity, the bout may ultimately lean more toward calculated showmanship than a raw, all-out battle. And both athletes' skills and conditioning remain exceptional, but the fight's appeal is as much about entertainment as it is about competitive intensity, blending strategy, legacy, and spectacle.
It was more like, I'll dance, you dance, and if nobody gets hurt, we both win, you know? And that's not really what fans want to see. Having said that, the first time around was for the championship of the world. Floyd was champion. Pacquiao was challenging him. I think Floyd had the WBC title at the time, so on and so forth. And you know what I say about, and at the time, it was still a fight that was viable within the whole world landscape of the welterweight division. This time around, it's not really a viable fight within the landscape of the welterweight division. But it's like I always complain about Canelo. As long as you don't take the belts with you and hold them hostage, and the sanctioning bodies allow you to hold them hostage, I don't mind guys doing this kind of thing. let's face it, is it the only time we've seen this? We've seen this about it, but regardless, the nostalgia aspect of it, like the champ said, is gonna attract people. It's gonna make people curious. There's also the aspect of it where the new fan base is always curious about the old time fighters, which is why Tyson always gets views even today, because people are always curious about the Mike Tyson mystique, the Mike Tyson effect. So people that weren't able to be alive and wake up the morning of a Mike Tyson fight to know what that feels like, want to feel that today. I promise you, it's nothing like it was in 1989 with Tyson, no matter what you guys want to feel. But regardless, I think people get curious about.
Max Kellerman recently weighed in on the much-anticipated rematch between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, offering insights that mix respect for the fighters with curiosity about the spectacle. And while Kellerman typically refrains from commenting on athletes' financial situations, he acknowledged that this fight, given the stature and history of the two competitors, represents a massive payday, and he expressed hope that if Mayweather chooses to step back into the ring, he not only delivers a memorable performance but also secures a financial reward worthy of his legacy, allowing him to retire comfortably and without concern. And Kellerman also touched on the unique dynamic of this matchup, as both Mayweather and Pacquiao are legends in the sport with contrasting styles that have fascinated fans for years. And while age and time away from competitive fighting could influence performance, their skill, discipline, and experience remain extraordinary. And Kellerman emphasized that beyond money, fans are eager to see two iconic fighters meet again, blending legacy, strategy, and the thrill of high-stakes competition in a fight that could capture global attention once more. Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Ring Headquarters and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.